Hey folks, here it is, the iPad, and we want to show you streaming video on it. There's a couple exciting new apps for the iPad that do streaming video. The first is, of course, Netflix. We have been reporting on this, and it works, man. I tell you what, it's not bad at all. It does take quite a while to load up, unfortunately, but here it is. I've already signed in, and so you can see it is basically just the web page. You can browse your own queue, but it goes default to watch instantly. One nice thing you may be noticing here, you can flip through the different sections, although it does need you to have the thumbnail sort of loaded in the background before it'll let you flip, which is a little bit annoying, but it works. But okay, so that's the interface. It's basically the web page. They didn't go native. They didn't do anything too new there. So obviously what we want to do is watch something. So we're going to go right for Conan the Destroyer, because how can you not? And so it pops up, it goes to authorize you, and takes a minute, and then prepares for playback, and bada bing, here it is. And we'll turn the volume up here a little bit so you can hear it. And obviously we also want to play this in landscape mode. And so we'll even zoom in a little bit just so you can see this better now that we're in landscape. Tap once, you get video controls, although they're not fully standard. If you double tap, it doesn't zoom in. What you need to do is tap this little guy in the upper right hand corner, and that lets you zoom in. Of course you can scrub, and you can even do the fine scrubbing bit, quarter speed, high speed, depending on where your finger is on it. But since it doesn't have the whole movie cache, it doesn't work all that well. So we'll just jump to a random point at the movie here, where the damsels walk to the forest. And you can see here with a decent Wi-Fi connection, it's actually able to pick up very, very quickly what it is you're trying to look for here. So that's not bad at all. Of course, when you're done, you can tap the done button up here. You can jump back 30 seconds, although it probably doesn't have 30 seconds earlier. There we go. You can also, if you really are interested in doing that, jump all the way to the end. Not sure why you'd want to, but we just did that. And let's see here, I watched Raising Arizona earlier, so let's jump into that. It's going to authorize. And I just want to jump into this real quick to show you a couple more things. We'll load the movie up here, and you can look at our wonderful reflection. Hi. So here you can see it's going to jump right into where I stopped watching the movie last time. It remembers your place, which is pretty convenient. I'll turn it down a little bit, or all the way actually. One thing I will warn you about, don't tap this standard exit out of video button there, because if you do that, that continues playing in the background, which is a little bit awkward. So let's check out the next app here, the ABC player. This is, of course, going to let you watch television shows from abc.com. And they went a little bit further than Netflix did. There is a iPad feel to this. You've got buttons down here at the bottom for schedule, which is pretty neat. They've got this slider here so you can see what was on. You can see what's coming up next week, and so on. You get a list of all the shows here, which is pretty cool. We won't watch One Life to Live. You can look at your history of what you've watched, and so I've watched Lost already. In fact, let's jump in that so you can see what watching a video looks like. You're going to watch in you can watch in portrait or landscape mode, and when it first starts up, you're going to get a commercial that you need to watch, and you can't adjust. But since I've already watched it, we'll jump right into it. Spoilers, by the way. So we'll go to landscape here. I hit the power button accidentally as I did that. So we'll try that again. You can't double tap in, but you can tap this guy here. You've got a scrubber, but if you try and scrub ahead, it doesn't really work. But you can just tap on the scrubber to get to a new spot. Of course, if you tap past one of those little white dots, just like when you watch it on abc.com or Hulu, it is going to make you watch a commercial, but not quite working there. But for just watching a TV show straight through, which is what you're usually going to want to do, hard to complain. And if you want to go back to browsing the rest of the app, you just put it back into portrait mode, and then you can jump back to a different section of the app. There you go. I'm sure you've seen it, but we might as well show you the standard iPod Videos app here real quick. You've got movies and TV shows in 2 tabs. Tap into a movie, and you can watch it here. It's going to jump right back to where I left off in the movie, which is convenient. Again, I love this scrubber. If you scrub high, it's very quick. If you scrub here, it's a little bit slower. If you go all the way down to the bottom, you can go almost, not quite, but almost frame by frame, which is a really neat way to handle the scrubbing with a touch interface. Very simple. And of course it's the same thing with a television show. I'll just show you here. You can get a list of all your shows. Here is the stupendously awesome Archer from FX, which we won't start because it's completely not safe for work. But there it is. That's 3 video apps on the iPad.